Good morning, Rails. Well, today is going to be our third ALICE training or ALICE practice of our year. The first one, remember, we practiced evacuating to St. Rose. The second one, we just practiced our lockdown whenever there's a situation that we need to just keep people in their classrooms. And this third ALICE simulation is going to be a lockdown, but with a barricade. So if you remember, ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. And evacuate is number one priority if we can, if it's safe to do so, to evacuate. But sometimes it's not safe to do so, which means that we got to stay in our room and protect ourselves from whatever threat is out there in our school. And so when that happens, it's important that not only do you stay quiet and stay in your room, shelter in place, but also barricade the access to your room. A lot of times people who are wanting to do harm in schools want to do it quickly, and so they're not going to spend a lot of time trying to wrestle doors open if they're hard to open or if there's a bunch of stuff in the way. So barricading the room and making it so it's very difficult to access the room is an effective strategy to make whoever's wanting to do harm move on and not spend time trying to get into your room. So here's an example of a classroom barricading. And notice a couple things from this video. Number one, they have a couple different things. Again, just putting the desk in front of the door is there to slow the person down. But also they tied rope to the handle and had that tied to a piece of furniture a little further away, so it was very difficult to open the door. And then notice also what happens after they barricade. They each get something to counter the person with. The teacher grabbed a hammer, actually. And so they're ready in case the armed intruder does breach the door. They're ready to do something to counter them, to make them a hard target. So here's an example.
All right, guys, so World War II. We got there two major causes, two major rivals. We got the Axis, we got the Allies, and then Pearl Harbor, all that good stuff. Hold on, wait.
Attention all students and staff. Please be advised that there's a male party running up the central stairs towards the history wing carrying a weapon. Initiate Alice. Initiate Alice.
All right, that's here. Let's go. Barricade this door. Let's see what we gotta do. All right, spread out, spread out. Gigi, get behind the desk.
Once again, that's an example of how to barricade the access to your classroom in an event of an armed intruder. And as always, as you could hear from the announcement, we're not going to code anything or speak in language that you don't understand. We're going to tell you what's going on in the schools, so you know exactly how you should respond and what action to take. There are a bunch of products out there that people are making money on and selling to barricade doors better. And if you go online and search for a bunch of stuff, there's things you can attach to doors and things to put over the hinges and whatnot. And one thing to think about is you don't want to trap yourself in the room. It's one thing to keep a person out, but you also want to have the opportunity when the situation changes. If all of a sudden you hear that the person is at the other end of the school now and you can evacuate, you want to be able to do so quickly and easily. So some of the products that they're selling out there for barricading are hard to manipulate and are very difficult to undo once they are put into place. So when the situation changes, it's hard to get out of the room when you can. And so that's why, maybe a rope on the door, or here's another example of an easy way to barricade the door and make it so it's difficult to open.
It's always this back leg that goes, you want the back of the chair to go away from the frame of the door. So I would have them put a tennis ball here or wrap it with some glitter or googly eyes. I don't care, okay? Whatever gives you the difference to know that this chair leg is the one that you throw in. So this could be your timeout chair, or you can set a potted plant, whatever you want to do for that chair, but it's already ready. Because all you have to do is take it, put the back leg in there, and twist just like that. And this thing is solid, it's not going anywhere. And that took me, what, 2 seconds? That's not even locking the door. Like I say, once again, here, twist, and that's it. He's yanking on it. If anybody wants to go out and try to open it, you can. But this is as solid as possible, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good trick. Okay. He's trying to. This door isn't even moving. Let me know when you're done.
So again, there's an example of something simple you can do to barricade your door, and make it simple so you can get out if needed as well. So today at 1:30, we're going to do a lockdown drill, and you're going to practice barricading in whatever room you're in. And so we'll go around and see if we can't open the doors. But again, the rest of this rail time, think about the room you're in now. What would you use to barricade? What can you use to barricade? And how would you do it so that you're not trapped in the room if the event and situation changes? So take the rest of the time to discuss that. And then at 1:30, we'll do our practice drill. Have a great day.